One. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of First Person, again sponsored by the Crystal Room in Troy at I-75 and Route 55, the event center with the mantra of saying events perfected, and they will be for your next event, large or small, whatever it is. Call Jessica Brown at 552-7680. Check the amenities, check the price, the staff, but most of all, you'll like the convenience of their location, centrally located in Miami County, in Troy, right off I-75, across from Kroger's. The Crystal Room sponsors of First Person. John Rodgers, our guest this week, the state championship coach, reigning coach in Division IV girls volleyball. John, this is something we've tried to do for, a month or so now.
It's been busy.
Glad to sit down with you because you're right in your season here. This is your time of the year, and it's always good to come to Loramie because it's fun to talk about championships and winning, and both of them are synonymous with Loramie sports.
Absolutely. We've been blessed. We've been blessed in a lot of sports. Last year was a very unique year for Fort Loramie, winning in volleyball and then turning around and winning in basketball. And a lot of those girls shared both victories. So it was quite a special time for them. And I don't use the word defending champ because nobody's ever going to take that away from us. We're looking to get another one.
You are the reigning champ.
Reigning? Okay, I like that.
You are the reigning champ. Reigning with a G. Reigning with a G. I want to talk a little bit about why volleyball and the culture of volleyball has gotten so good to me so quickly. Talked with John Cash at Miami East a couple of years ago, and he just laughed and he said, hey, you try to play it. If people ever came out and saw how much work it is, the strategy, the athleticism, and he said, I think that's why it means so much to so many people. There are so many people who have played who are coming back the next generation to watch succeeding generations. Do you find that to be true?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think, we had a lot of sisters on last year's team. I got a lot of sisters on this year's team.
Sister Act?
It's sort of been a tradition for them, they know, for years now, we're going to break through. We're going to break through. It's just a matter of time. Things have to fall your way. And they finally did. And when it broke through, some of those sisters were the first people to congratulate us, And so I think you're right when you say tradition. It just continues on. And I like what John said about, such a unique sport that a lot of people don't understand, that everything that goes into it and everything out there, we practice it. It may look like a broken play. We've practiced that broken play.
You also have the distinction of playing, I think, in the hotbed or the cradle of volleyball, competitive volleyball in the state. When you go around Ohio and you talk to other programs, other coaches, they all point to here. They talk about Amy Steininger and all the championships she won at Marion. They talk about Lehman. They talk about Loramie. They talk about just the competition to get out of here. St. Henry, I don't want to leave anybody out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. But I love it.
And you guys seem to feed off each other.
Oh, we do. We scrimmage each other. We play each other. It's not something we avoid because we understand that competition is what makes you better. And that's sort of a thing that all the coaches in this area have a good grasp on. And so we don't mind bringing in the best. We have a scrimmage here at Loramie in the first week of August that we're the low man on the totem pole for the number of state titles in the gym. When we bring in Toledo St. Ursula and we bring in Cincinnati Mother of Mercy and Dublin, we're bringing in schools that are just big Division I powerhouses, and they want to come here because, they know they're going to get a good scrimmage.
Yeah. What do people not understand about volleyball that maybe come into the gym first time in 5 years or 10 years? What's changed the most about this game?
I think the athleticism of the girls has changed dramatically. Not to knock anybody that's played before, but I think the training that we put these girls through and the beating their bodies take it's not equal to football, obviously, because it's a contact sport, but clearly equal to basketball, clearly equal to track, cross country, or something like that. And sometimes we're playing 3 or 4 times a week. So what they go through is pretty dramatic.
Basketball has AAU, you've got JO volleyball.
JO, I have my ideas about it. It's all about your coach.
The point about it being is it's a year-round commitment now to kids who want to play, whether they're playing JO or playing someplace, but they're playing 12 months a year.
Right.
I think that's the one thing that surprises people the most. This is not something you just come in August and do.
Right, and if they do come in August and do it, you'd be surprised they can keep up if they're good athletes. One thing that these girls do very well is they stay in shape year-round. by playing AAU, playing JO. They stay in shape year-round, and then we come into this season in shape. I don't have to do a lot of conditioning because they've shown up in shape. You can be a great athlete, but if you show up out of shape, you're going to look like you don't know what you're doing.
I asked you a few minutes ago before we sat down here about how your team's doing. You mentioned 4-2 at this point, but you lost some significant people off that team last year. You returned one starter now, but you know, it hurts when you lose a Kelly Turner. And
sure.
Some of the people, not only just athleticism and size, but the moxie and the smarts, and as you say, you know, the intelligence for competition.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that we're learning right now. You know, that can be taught. That is something that we can relay to them, that, you know, you got it too. You've got the same athleticism. You just got to have, you know, the heart to go with it. And they're learning that. I'm seeing a lot of real positive things out of this team right now.
I don't know through the camera angle whether you can see your 2014 championship banner over my shoulder, but you can see a lot of championship banners here in Loramie. And my question to you, and I mentioned this a lot, I write about this a lot, and sometimes I get in trouble for it, about how much winning means in Loramie. I mean, because of the traditions, basketball, boys and girls, baseball, volleyball, individual championships. Talk about whether that makes it easier to coach here or puts more pressure on you.
That's a tough call. I mean, I enjoy the level that we're at. I enjoy, you know, the friendly banter back and forth between coaches, you know, and I think that helps us stay focused on what we really want to do here. The state championships, and I don't want to speak for other coaches, it's sort of the elephant in the room we really don't talk about, because we know if we do our job, we're going to put ourselves in a position to take advantage of the opportunity if it shows up. And I think that's the biggest thing we've come to understand as coaches that have had success, that you have to get your team ready, and when it's your opportunity, you've got to pounce at it.
Most of the winning coaches that I know, not only in this area but around the state, always talk about the importance of expectation. When kids know that they're expected to come in, maybe not win titles every year, but expected to compete, represent their school, represent the program, and represent the community. You certainly have that here.
We talk a lot about that.
Talk a lot about it.
We talk a lot about those little girls in the stands that are watching you, that want to be you. And you are playing not for yourself, but you're playing for them. And you're playing for your sisters that are no longer in here that would give anything to put that uniform on one more time to just come back and have fun with their friends. So we talk a lot about that, and it does mean a lot.
I don't think there's too many people watching this video who are unfamiliar with volleyball and haven't been to a game recently, but if you haven't, it is a lot of fun. It's athletic, it's fast. There's strategies that you might not understand, but if you watch it long enough, it's going to grow on you. And I must say, nobody represents it better than you and Amy and the other coaches in this area.
Thank you.
Who've done such a great job.
Thank you.
Appreciate your
time. Appreciate your time, too.
Stay healthy because, you know, this is also a far more violent game sometimes than what you might believe.
Yes.
Thank
you very much.
John Rodgers, the coach at the reigning state champion coach in Division IV at Fort Loramie. That wraps up this week's edition of First Person, again brought to you by the Crystal Room in Troy. Give them a call at 552-7680. Schedule your next event with them and see what a difference they can make in terms of staff, amenities, but, as I said before, convenience and location in the heart of Miami County. Until next time, thanks for your support of high school sports here on Press Pros. We'll see you then with another edition of First Person.